everyone, this isn't my usual type of beauty or makeup video. I am actually recording a video on my pregnancy beauty product favourites. My usual viewers mightn't be so interested in this, so if not, I'll be uploading another video tomorrow. But this is just kind of something I really don't want to do any pregnancy vlogs. There's loads of people out there who do amazing pregnancy vlogs and stuff. But since this is my second time around, I have found myself going to the same products, so I thought it would be useful to share which ones I love since I went through so many of them, and maybe I could save you a little bit of money. As soon as I found out I was expecting again, I dug through the press to find these products. Some of them I was still using, but most of them I really kind of had kept for being pregnant, and I bought with that in mind. So I'll just kind of launch through them. Okay, the first thing is not a very pleasant subject, but what do you kind of expect this in a pregnancy beauty essentials video, but it's actually the coconut deodorant powder. I'm actually not recommending you use this for under your arms. You could, it might be a nice time to use something natural, but what I find this useful for is towards the end of pregnancy or the middle, when the boobies have started to get bigger and it's very warm outside, and anyone who's pregnant knows, or who's been pregnant knows the story. This is really good. It just smells like coconut, so it's soft. You're not putting any harsh chemicals because it's natural. It was April when I had my last baby and I heavily relied on this. Okay, I'm going to stay in that department because you're pregnant, you're like a hot water bottle, you're roasting. Summer's coming up, even spring, you're just really hot. Mitchum deodorant, there's nothing that works this well. I have gone through everything. I bought this one in the US, just in case there's anybody in the US watching. It's a Smart Solid Clinical Performance, whereas this is Advanced Control. I didn't see this one in the US. Now they probably have it, but this one is a million times better than this one. This is absolutely rubbish. So don't buy Clinical Performance, buy Advanced Control. It says so good it works 48 hours. I wouldn't really do that, but it's excellent. It's the best one out there. Okay, I'm going to go on to skin. Loads of skin problems that you can have when you're pregnant. Millions of them. It's so unfair. You can get really oily, you can get really dry, you can get really dry but spotty. You can get really dry with oily patches or really oily with dry patches. You can get thread veins. You can get pregnancy mask. I can't remember the technical term for, when you get this kind of like all the discoloration from the sun. There is just so many things. Now, I know people think, oh, you're pregnant or you're glowing. And I remember my first pregnancy waiting for that glow to come, and it did not. I'm actually going to do a video on how to fake a pregnancy glow, because I certainly don't have one naturally. So with my skin, it was definitely problematic this time around and last time around, and I'd say I have a little bit of everything. A little bit of dry skin, a little bit of oiliness, a few spots on occasion. I had a lot of spots the last time, so I kind of went through a lot of products to find out what worked. I would avoid at all costs, if you get pregnancy acne, I wouldn't go down the route of acne cream because it's too drying, and your skin is really not having acne because it's, it has it because of hormones. So you don't want to dry your skin out so much then that it ends up like marked and scarred and doesn't recover. Your skin will go back to normal after you have your baby. So I just kind of put up with it, covered it well, but I treated the area so I wouldn't kind of get more infected. So I'll talk to you a little bit about that. So I have a handful of products that I use on my skin. First thing is absolutely excellent. I think this is from toddlerland.com or I'll leave the address to anything I can find on the internet. But this is a Baby Bump 2-in-1 face mask and scrub. And when you're pregnant, as I said, you don't really want to use loads of chemical stuff, and plus your skin's often really sensitive. This is like with papaya and pumpkin. I wasn't expecting this to be overly scrubby. It is really scrubby, and I was actually just using it as a scrub, but then I left it on It says you can use it for like 5 to 10 minutes as a mask, and I did that thinking it wouldn't be that great, and I actually did have a glow after I buffed it off. This is absolutely excellent, and if I think I would kind of buy this again even if I wasn't pregnant, because it's probably the nicest scrub I've used, and I like that you can use it as a mask. Another skin issue, grey skin. Has anyone had that? I've had the joy of grey skin for the entire 9 months the last time, and for a good 3 months afterwards, and it's just nothing. It was like no matter how much water I drank, how much fruit and veg I ate, how well I looked after myself, how much air I got, how much exercise I got, my face looked grey and ashen. This is a Vitamin C Serum. This is by Image, but I'm not kind of saying get this one. Get any Vitamin C serum. This has a high concentration of vitamins in it, but it is expensive. I did buy it. I actually got it in a set for Christmas, and this is so good. If you're thinking about anti-aging and you also want to think natural, so you're kind of going, well, your Lancome pots and, you know, your Estee Lauder pots, you're thinking about chemicals, you can find an alternative that has anti-aging properties, but is natural. I have an all-in-one anti-aging cream by Human and Kind. Comes in a pump bottle. It says smooths out fine lines and wrinkles, for crow's feet, age spots, softens skin and even skin tone, hydrates skin, rejuvenates health of damaged skin, remedies minor ailments. This is really good. I really like that. Now I have 2 alternatives for brightening, for brightening serums. So I tend to use the Vitamin C after I cleanse morning and evening. Mega Bright Skin Tone Correcting Serum. This is really good. You don't put this in your eyes though, but it kind of like brightens your skin, corrects any discoloration stuff. That's really good. Image also do one, and I only have the small pot because I haven't bought the full size, but I'm going to. It's a total skin lightening serum, and after my last pregnancy, when I had that like pregnancy mask all here, I used this towards the end of my pregnancy and for the first couple of months, and it is gone. Now as far as I hear, it goes anyway, but I just sort of felt like I wanted to help it along. Go in and ask them for a sample before you buy to make sure you kind of like it. If your budget can't stretch to this is also much more natural, but if your budget can't stretch to this, Olay 7 Effects Wake Up Wonder. It won't do anything for, you know, fixing your discoloration or anything like that, but it will make you look, it's called Wake Up Wonder, but it does make you look more awake and kind of more fresh, and it's a serum, so it's light, so if you're getting spots or you're a little bit oily, that's fine. If you're extremely sensitive, if your skin's getting extremely sensitive, Mega Mushroom Skin Relief Origins. I really love Origins at the moment. That is just brilliant if you have sensitive skin. I find I can put anything on my face after I put that on. You can actually avoid some of this discoloration by using SPF. Now I used SPF 50 the entire time the last time, and I still got it, so be realistic. But I still would use a high SPF. The last time around I used an organic one, and it was by the French brand PHYT, which is widely available in Ireland, and I'd say kind of worldwide, but it was really nice, and it was an SPF 50, and I highly recommend. But I'm out of it, and this came in my kit that I got for Christmas. This is SPF 30, and it's for all skin types, UVA, UVB. And it's a moisturizer, so it's not just a skin cream, it's a sun cream, it's a moisturizer. SPF 30, smells lovely, absorbs really quickly, doesn't leave you oily. Neutrogena always do one as well, a block that is for oily skin, and it's completely non-greasy for your face. Highly recommend that as well, but it obviously has chemicals in it. Harsh chemicals, people always say, you know. Before I get to stretch marks, a comment on feet. It's hard to look after your feet when you can't see them, and eventually you can't reach them. You have to sit in all sorts of weird positions, and when I was going into hospital the last time, I was really like kind of going, oh look at the state of my feet and my toe, like on my nails and everything, and I had my mum had painted my nails. This is a micro Pedi. You turn it on. It sounds really scary. It looks and sounds like an epilator, but you basically just roll it. It doesn't feel like an epilator, it just tiddles, and it just like buffs off all the dead skin off your feet. And it has a handle, so you don't have to reach all the way down. So that's really good. Those are in the chemist. And for body, I'm using natural body washes and soaps and things, but this is a Balance Me Super Moisturising Body Wash. They have one as well, I think it's called Rose Otto Body Wash. Is lovely. These are certified organic as well, really nice, and no chemicals going into the baba. Tan, if you're concerned about chemicals, again, there is organic tans. This is Vanity Tan. This is the organic or the bronzing custard. They also have a pump. If you have to go for either, go for the pump over the custard. But that's organic and a really nice colour, really natural, and wears well. So I highly recommend those. I'm actually using Wow Brown at the moment. Sorry, the reason I'm talking about tans as well is because your skin's so sensitive when you're pregnant as well that lying in the sun you can burn quicker and that. So you even if you're going to a sun holiday, like I'm going to the sun in a couple of months, I'll be fake tanning and wearing complete sunblock. I have lots of moles anyway. I shouldn't be lying in the sun anyway, but I will be more careful just because my skin is extra sensitive. So I will be fake tanning, and I'm using Wow Brown, which in the medium to dark. This is Irish actually, which is kind of nice. We don't have an awful lot of Irish products, so but that's actually really nice colour. Wears well. Other than that, Zen Tan, and I also love Sun by Jessie. I love that. Okay, on to stretch marks. Loads of products claim to completely prevent them. I don't believe that. I think it's largely genetic, and I read that before my last baby, but the proof was in the pudding when I used every serum and oil imaginable, and I had no stretch marks, and I was gloating to myself at how great my skincare regimen was. And then when I got to a week before baby arrived, stretch marks. Now, there's not loads, but they're there. And I have them because I think like my mum got them, and there was nothing I could do to avoid it. But you can lessen it, and if you moisturise properly, your skin will bounce back quicker, and it will lessen the appearance of them. They do fade, and like there's nothing to really worry about. Like I don't care that much. Like I have a baby to prove, you know, I might have a baby to show for them, so I don't really mind. The last time around I relied on the Palmer's Cocoa Butter. Now I used this one, but I also used a pot of like it was kind of like the butter, and I bought loads of them, and well, it obviously didn't work that well, but this works great for lots of people. Because there's not a whole lot of natural stuff in it, I'd be kind of wondering how much of this actually, you know, goes into your pores, into your bloodstream, and how much of the good stuff actually is penetrated into the deeper layers of the skin to actually prevent the stretch marks. So I don't know, to be honest, but I did use this, and I'm not using this time. I'm using two products in tandem. I'm using bio oil. I have on occasion used argan oil, and I'm going to pick up a rosehip oil because I'm determined to not get any more this time around. And I'm also using the baby bump stretch mark cream, which is from Toddlerland as well. And it just has cocoa and mango butters. This isn't oily. If you don't want something oily, this is a good product. This is obviously oily. It does absorb, but I find it does end up in my clothes and stuff, which I don't like. It's actually always off 30% off at the moment as well, which is good. Hey, puffy eyes, bags under your eyes, ring a bell. A couple of things I recommend. Well, the couple of things that I'm using Origins, the Plantscriptions Anti-Aging Eye Treatment. Takes the puffiness down. It doesn't block my pores. Loads of eye creams block my pores. It just really is nice. It's a serum, it's light. If the under eye discoloration is still there, I do recommend a salmon toned concealer. And by using a concealer that's too light under your eyes, you sort of draw attention to any grey or purpleness. So you want to counteract the grey and purpleness. And so I like Benefit Erase Paste. But there are lots of brands that do kind of salmony coloured. I'll just show you kind of what I mean by salmony coloured. Like I couldn't use this on other parts of my face. It would look kind of a little bit apricot-y, like a little bit orangey. But if you put it on blueness, gone. For something cheaper, I like Rimmel Match Perfection. As you can see, I've used it to bits. I have mine in classic beige. This won't counteract too much, but it does disguise. I'd be wary of buying, you know, YSL Touche Eclat or anything like that, because if it's, as I said, you might be drawing your attention to it, and you don't want to, you know, if you were trying to get rid of discoloration. You could use the illuminator in a different, you know what I mean, maybe under the purple, or just to draw the eye somewhere else, but I would use something to counteract the purple or blueness. Okay, on to spots. Pregnancy spots, really common. I felt like I was the only person the last time in the world that had pregnancy spots till I went into hospital and realised that loads of people did. Loads of people did have that pregnancy glow, I just wasn't one of them. But I found it very hard to get the right balance of a product that would dry up the spot but that wouldn't cause over dryness or cause my skin to be too sensitive. I found two things that worked. First thing is Vichy Normaderm Night, which is like Vichy Normaderm Nuit, but like, you know, on the packaging. It's in a green tube, it's about €20 and it's available from loads of chemists. I highly recommend that if you get a few spots. Clears them right up. Now, I didn't smear it all over, but I would because the spots were hormonal, it was generally around my mouth, which is where you get, like if you get spots or acne around your chin, along your mouth or under your jaw, that's hormone related if you're not getting them anywhere else. Anything that was resilient to the Normaderm, or that, you know, if I forgot to use it for a night and thought, oh, my skin looks great, and then one came up, I did find something that was really good spot treatment. Oh, they're by Yonka. It's by Yonka. It's Creme 15 for problem skin. Now there is one for Creme 9. I haven't tried it, so I can't comment, but I've actually bought 5 of these samples on eBay because the tube from my local beauty salon was so expensive. So I just have one of these in my car, one of these in my bag, and one of these beside my bed, and I have 2 here spare. They have lasted, like, I'll get an entire year minimum, probably 2 years, out of 5 little tubes. I think I might spend €15 on the 5 samples. I'll try root out where I bought them from and leave the link. But if you have a spot that will either draw it out or make it go, or like kill it, it also makes your skin heal really fast. So that's excellent, and I like it to use it with the Vichy Normaderm. Aven Cold Cream, which is for lips, but I use it for everything. I've used it on cuticles, on my heels, I had some cracked skin at the side of my fingers. It feels moisturising and is excellent. If your nails are splitting, rub some vitamin E oil into them, some bio oil, some lip balm, whatever you have, just moisture. Once it is moisture, it will improve. It is hormone related, and I like to keep mine painted all the time, because if I don't, I like pick at the peely parts and you end up with a disaster. It does go away, like when your hormones change again, it will go. Even using a nail strengthener to stop them peeling or chipping is a good option, and you know, using a cuticle cream. If you have any questions or there's any more videos you would like to see relating to pregnancy and beauty and issues like that, let me know. As I said, I have done the video on chatting about bust creams, because it's kind of a, like, is it worth the money sort of a thing, which is what I was kind of wondering. If you're very, very oily when you're pregnant, you're finding your makeup is sliding, the Urban Decay De-Slick Spray is really good to use as a fixing spray to stop kind of the oil taking over. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye!